who was of course a blue Terran spawning on the top side. I think it's safe to say, Johan, that HerO missed an opportunity there to create a very good lead for himself in this series. If you're up 2-0, then you can basically do something crazy in either Game 3 or Game 4, trying to close out this best of 5. However, right now, we're all back to even, and it's a best of 3 from this point.
Yeah, you could look at it that way, I guess. Usually people wait until it's down to one base and one game, and they say it's the best of 1 too. But I'm sure this, even though there has been some games played and it's 1-1 right now, these players, they will use those 2 games that were just played to try and use them to their advantage with whatever happens. TaeJa surely knows that HerO right now, he likes to open a lot with these Zealots and Templars openers, so we could be seeing something like a quicker Ghost Academy than usual, which by the way was kind of the case last game. We've seen a lot of Terrans stay into pure bio and prioritize upgrades over Ghost Academy for a very long time, whereas TaeJa in the last game, he identified very early on what he was up against, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna pressure you with a lot of Ghosts in this game, because you're opening Templars and it's gonna be very hard for you to transition into Colossus. And he was just right, that's what he did, it worked out. So maybe in this game even a stronger version of that could do very well against HerO if HerO chooses to do the same thing.
You know what I was also surprised by, or at least what I find fascinating by that previous game, there was quite a bit of harassment. There was a big Zealot run by into the natural, then the Warer Prism follow-up, and meanwhile there's quite a bit of lag. This time it's Rock's Pommy, I noticed that as well. I'm glad it's not myself. But what I want to say, I really think, despite that harassment looking quite okay for HerO, and yes, he picked up a few Marauders and SCVs here and there, a few Marines, 1 Ghost. From that point on, TaeJa was suddenly 30-40 army supply ahead, which I don't think was really necessary. I don't think these Zealots, I know they were just supposed to buy time, but in the end of the game, or in the end of the day, I don't think it was very successful, and it gave TaeJa the army lead that he needed to be comfortable and taking out that 4th base of HerO. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like this hidden expand really put HerO in an awkward spot, because ideally, if you take hidden expand like this, you want to transfer probes there, obviously. But now HerO couldn't, because he couldn't take the risk that those probes will meet something out on the map. In which case, TaeJa would have known, and HerO would have been in a horrible position. So what he did was just corner boost out some probes from there. But in this case, he started mining very slowly from it, and it weakened him more than anything. But after the start he had, I wonder if he thought this was the best move that he could do, or if he thought, well, you know what, I'm owning this guy right now, so I'm just going to do some funky move, and it's going to work, because I'm just so far ahead. I've lost 0 units, and I killed a whole bunch. But in this case, he did kill a few units, but not enough to basically say that he was far ahead enough to be able to do this kind of move. Because, look at this, by the way, in particular. He killed a few units, but not walkers. He didn't get ahead economically like he did in the first game by killing 6 SCVs in the start.
Yep, once more this crazy factory follow-up by TaeJa. I want to give a big shout out to TaeJa's scouting there as well. Polar Knight can be a tricky map. It can be sort of easy to hide something, but if we just take a look at TaeJa's vision, he has been checking all around, especially after he didn't see a Zealot in production. And he saw a Stalker being chrono boosted out. Now, normally that's already red alert for the Terran. Like, what am I going to play against? Is it some sort of blink?
Oh, is he going to spot the Twilight?
There's a Moisture Core. Where's the Moisture Core? Oh, it's on an adventure again, HerO.
It's where it's always at. Oh, he might pull some probes. Oh, he lets it get in there.
Wow.
Oh, okay. When HerO does this start and he gets scouted, he goes for the quick 3rd base, by the way. Almost every single time. He starts blink. He starts a 3rd base, and then he adds on extra gateways. And he's been very successful with that opener. So we'll see if that's what he chooses to do here, or if he still goes for the aggressive blink, or if he even transitions into defensive blink with like 3 gateways and then a robo. It looks like he's about to throw down something. A robo actually in his main.
Yeah,
I guess he knows there is the robo, so he knows there is the factory, sorry. So he has to get detection.
Same opening for TaeJa, 3 games in a row right now. He really seems to like it, which is funny because it's not a very popular opening yet on ladder, for instance, among the North Americans or even the Europeans in particular. But if TaeJa is going to be...
North Americans?
Well, no, bro. I'm just showing some love, sharing some wisdom. But I mean, they might pick up on this because it's kind of it's interesting. I don't really see this a whole lot, and I haven't seen it a lot. 1 Rex into factory. Like Bomber, for instance, is completely the opposite. He likes to throw down 3 Rexes.
Avilo already does it.
Avilo makes 1 Rex and he floats it to your main because he doesn't need it.
Alright, proxy pylon being made here by HerO. Might be going for some aggression with his observer here. If he's, I guess he's gonna start whopping in a lot of stalkers. And yeah, he did not go for the 3rd base in this game. I like that TaeJa showing some initiative and wants to scout even more right now, because he has a Marine at the Watchtower, which is a ballsy move considering there is a bunch of stalkers on the map and he knows Blink is on the way as well. He's actually gonna go for a drop with just a double Widow Mine. Is HerO gonna be ready for this? He has the Mothership Core in position, but he needs to have an observer back there.
Yeah, he's probably gonna ready his first observer. No, actually, he already has an observer. He's gonna keep 1 observer at home, but still,
yeah.
if there's he's gonna go up to 3 ops. That's what he did on Youngsu as well, I believe, and that's what he would have liked to do on Frost, but in Frost he kind of had the Oracle and Stalkers take care of it. HerO is gonna go aggressive, but I'm gonna keep a close eye on this medevac that's gonna drop the Widow Mines right now in the main base. HerO needs to cast Photon Overcharge. That's exactly what he does, and he will shut it down. But the observer is a little slower.
Oh, he had to burrow there. And only 1 probe will be killed there. Definitely not worth it here by TaeJa. He spent a lot of money on this. This didn't do anything except killing 1 single probe and forcing an overcharge. And now HerO is in a position where he's whopping in a lot of stalkers. He could be getting very aggressive at this entrance of TaeJa, which has only 1 bunker and 1 Marine. 1 more tank was made, but this might get picked off as well if HerO blinks in there.
Still though, there are 2 tanks, and as long as he repairs the tank, he needs to repair the tank immediately. He does not repair it, but he has a lot of Marines. He doesn't want to unseat his tank right now on the high ground, because if HerO would jump on that, then things could get really dicey. Meanwhile, there's a medevac just flying across all these stalkers. Oh no, he's unseating! That's an unfortunate moment.
He's gonna get sniped again, and HerO pulls back after losing 2 stalkers. He's gonna have to blink down. Oh, almost didn't get it. He had to come back. And I got a little bit hurt from this, but okay, Marines, they didn't even start Steam Pack, they didn't start Combat Shell. HerO, I love the work he's done already in this game, and TaeJa is gonna need a whole lot more bunkers to be able to hold this comfortably. No economic damage was dealt, though. Only 2 SCVs have been killed so far in this game. Gonna be a few more very soon, I believe.
Yeah, I think TaeJa made a few mistakes so far defending against this. Of course, it's very easy to say. But unseating the tank on the wrong moment, above all not repairing the bunker the very first time, because bunkers are normally such a nice safety ground, they can absorb so much damage, but the bunker was a little too far forward and he also was not able to repair it. Is HerO going to go for another blink in the main? It would be risky. He is right now 12 workers ahead, so you could say that he could already be more than satisfied with the damage he's done, but HerO wants more.
Yeah, HerO trying to apply even more pressure. There is a very nicely placed tank though. I'm surprised HerO doesn't blink in the main, but I guess he doesn't know. He has an observer there. If he blinked in the main, he would be able to snipe that bunker very quickly, supposedly. Even though there's a lot of SCVs around, the TaeJa has finally planned this well enough to start defending quite effectively. But 55 probes to 45 SCVs. More SCVs are going to get sniped now. I like this move by HerO. Trading some stalkers, which are definitely expendable at this point against some SCVs, getting us a Medivac here as well. Might force a scan onto that observer if TaeJa wants to defend even more comfortably, but he chooses to use some mule instead.
Yeah, he could have dropped that scan a long time ago, but of course I guess TaeJa doesn't know. What we know is that the other 2 observers are all the way on the other side of the map. It would have made TaeJa's life a lot easier if he would have thrown down 1 scan to skill that observer. He's gonna do it right now. No, he still doesn't care. I really wonder though where TaeJa's gonna go with all these tanks, Johan, because I feel right now he's in a very awkward position. These tanks, sure, they're good against defending these blink stalkers, but HerO is already satisfied with all the damage that he's done. He's transitioning into double Forge and Colossus. Doesn't have any mortal yet, but he might even get one soon. He has to be careful though. He shouldn't throw away too many units, because AB stalkers can be very good later on in picking up medevacs and keeping the Colossus alive. Yeah. And B, it can also slow TaeJa's push down a little bit. So he doesn't want to throw away more stalkers. He has excellent map vision right now, excellent map control.
Yeah, TaeJa, I feel, is in a lot of trouble in this game. Even though he's not that far behind in supply, he's making a lot of tanks right now, which are not necessarily going to be all that good against what HerO's making, which is Colossus, Charge Lots, possibly Archons and Templars later on. Steam Pack will finish as well as Combat Shield soon, so finally TaeJa is gonna have some better fighting capability. But other than that, his composition really looks weak against any kind of Archon, Templar or Colossus play. There is no Vikings, and tanks and mass marauders don't do well against a lot of Zealots and Archons.
Look at HerO's messaging, you know, and if you just click on HerO and press V, there's like nothing he does not see. Even though there is a medevac somehow in his main, the mother support might even go down. Nope, not yet. He gets photon overcharge and time warp at the same time. TaeJa does see right now that there is indeed a Colossus transition on the way, and above all, double force is spinning around as well. Is that +2 already finishing up for HerO? Okay, he has 1-1 right now, and +2 armor is about to finish up. Here goes that blink on the low ground. He should be able to pick out his medevac, and yes, he does do so. At the cost of 1 stock, but still another excellent.
How do you know it was there? That's some pretty good game sense.
Yeah.
TaeJa right now is only on +1 on his Bioforce.
Yeah, he only has a single engineering bay as well.
Wow.
And like this push is gonna get crushed. I think all that HerO needs is like a reasonable engagement. He does have. He has charge. So he has charge and blink and Colossus. These tanks. I don't know what TaeJa can do with it, man.
Oh, he's already sieged though. HerO's gonna have to be careful. He blinks back some of his talkers. Actually, really bad position from HerO. TaeJa, nice team. He pulled back right on time. Oh my god. He's traded super well here. He's closing it on the supply now. And having a lot less SCVs than his opponent has probes. He actually has a lot more army. 88 army supply to 69. Those tanks, not so useless after all. HerO was not supposed to engage into them.
I love how we were dissing the tanks and like being worried about the tanks in the last 5 minutes, and now TaeJa got an absolute dream fight. But it's still a little deceiving, guys. That was a fight where he was already sieged and HerO walked into it. Yeah. Stalkers in the front as well. Stalkers just evaporate against tanks in the Simrata.
Storm is on the way, but we don't have any Templars walked in just yet, I believe. Actually 2 in the third base. They are building up on energy. HerO needs to be careful not to fight too early. He needs Storm to win the fight clearly here. And TaeJa is actually ahead of supply now.
Like tanks are very good against smaller armies as well. The bigger the army gets, the more you can flank them, the more you know, there is endurance in additional weapons and stuff, and then it's going to be very hard for TaeJa to make those tanks work. And above all, let's not forget that HerO is still sitting on an upgrade advantage. +2 is attack is about to finish up, so it's going to be 2-2 against 1-1 for a long time. You know, there's no need for HerO to rush anything. He should just take his time.
He might just recall here. He's really out of position. If his third base gets attacked, he's going to be completely out of position. He has only Templars there. He's sending in some Zealots around to go and do an attack. Actually, in both bases.
Oh my god, if those High Templars get sniped, yo, that's really bad.
And HerO engages from behind,
but I don't think so.
He only has a small portion of his army.
Don't tell me that TaeJa is somehow going to win this game. That would be ridiculous. He's still up 20 supply.
He needs to recall, maybe. The Mothership Core is going to fall. And those Colossus will fall with it as well. These Zealots are doing a ton of work in the meantime. Is it going to be
Zealots everywhere.
This is so close right now. There is a lot of Templars in the third base of HerO building up on energy, ready to take on that army, and they're going to have to take on it now. The tanks are going to be caught out of position in first, and TaeJa calls GG. He knows there has been too much economic damage, and his supply started disappearing. He saw those 5 Templars with a lot of energy. He's like, I'm out of here. Not even going to try.
He's like,